Yes, Rollo the robot, the chromium-plated butler, is just a daydream after all. But not so Rollo's little brother and sister robots.
What is first and what do we do?
For inspiration, recognition, science, and technology.
For each team that they have to complete, it's an optionary task. And the task this year was to play 3D tic-tac-toe, sort of. And the goal for that one was to get inner tubes around pegs, the 2 or more diagonal, horizontal, 8 ways around. There was an actual end game for the task too, and the end game was if you get one robot 4 inches off the field, you get 15 points. If it's a foot off the field, you get 30 points for each robot you do. And our robot folds down into 2 ramps, and so we can get 2 robots that are 12 inches off the floor.
The number of teams has increased exponentially across the nation, and also there are teams that come to compete in Atlanta that are international. I think what makes FIRST unique is it's a habit of the mind and encourage students to get outside of their comfort zone, and it fosters an ethic of support from the adults and the other students that are involved, and things that they've never thought that they would be able to accomplish.
The thing I like best about robotics would be the fact of the complexity of the entire thing, because not only do you have to understand how to build the robot, the fabrication and electrical side, and how the motors work, you also have to understand the programming side, which is completely different than the electrical side. And if they don't work together, it basically is a bunch of rubble.
You have a lot of people working in fabrication. You have some working in programming. The same goes for design and like media. And so there's a lot of going on in robotics at the same time.
We stay here and we become really close together, like a sort of family here, because we stay here really late at night.
About 4 to 5 hours a day. That's excluding the amount of time I spent at home.
The people. And I like the atmosphere that we all have. Like, you get to become a family. And I really like the excitement that robotics brings.
I like our team because we work really well, and you know your team has a lot of ideas when you sit in a meeting for like 5 hours non-stop. You just keep talking and talking with ideas and ideas, and you just can't figure out what you want to do. So the creativity of the group is really a key.
We have a spirit team, and basically when you go down to the competitions, everybody's just decked out in whatever spirit they decide to be. Our theme was chilly, and our thing was chill out.
When we went down to Portland this year, we arrived and our equipment wasn't working. And we were really facing some significant issues. We could tell that we had 5 serious problems, engineering problems to solve. At that critical moment, they made this excruciating decision to tear off significant parts of our robot so that we might, in fact, be able to compete. And it totally worked. And with this change strategy and much of our hardware lying on the floor, we went on to win and compete so well. We got to the finals, and we ended up competing all the way to the championship round, and only in the championship round did we come in 2nd place. So for the students to have made that kind of decision on the fly was just wonderful.
Wow. Rollo fixed.
You learn how to work well with other people, and even if you're not the team who's winning, you learn how to help out other teams, even if your robot's not the star, it's just doing something that's a small part.
It's a team effort, it's not just one person doing all the work.
And to be willing to go out of your way to help them compete well against potentially your team is really a wonderful lesson.
We as a team, if one person falls down, and we were collectively trying to get that person back up on his feet. And I think that's just really powerful, and I think our team signifies that a lot.
The whole idea of being professional and gracious in the midst of a challenging situation, it's one of the themes of the competition, is how to be helpful and gracious and pleasant to all of not only your own teammates, but the challengers as well.
we're not only building robots, but we're coming together as a team to work on problem solving and coming, hanging around with friends, and just amazing.